Fuck, dude, are we recording?
I hope so.
Oh my
Men sailed up from the San
Bro,
Francisco
you're
Bay,
Damn.
rolled off of their ship,
Okay.
and here's what they had to say.
Let me get rid of that picture. Okay, we'll just jump to some gym questions real quick. So, I understand you've been not training for a while due to some injuries.
Yes. So I kind of got injured back to back, unfortunately. But the first one was I have a slight tear on my rotator cuff on my left shoulder, and I've had problems with the shoulder. In high school, I pole vaulted and I dislocated it.
Oh man.
So once you have a shoulder injury, I've heard that it's kind of for life.
Yeah, I got one myself,
Yeah.
and I was swatting a giant ball in elementary school, and as I swatted at it, I didn't realize the ball was bigger than me, and it totally ripped my shoulder back.
Damn.
And it didn't really do anything until I started doing jiu-jitsu. I realized when people get like high arm bars on me, my shoulder will pop out, and I was just like, fuck, I guess just got to deal with this, but
Then the second injury, I broke my pinky toe on my right foot.
Oh
And
gosh.
I broke it during class too.
Dude, you pulled a Levi.
We were we were doing the Sotogari,
Uh-huh.
and I kicked my training partner in the shin.
Ooh.
Just with my pinky, and then unfortunately later that day I got stepped on too, so I think that kind of just finished it.
Yeah.
And then I was helping Gunner prepare for one of his tournaments, and we were coming in before class to do some work, and then he was on top. His pressure was insanely good. Sometimes it feels like he's Kale with
definitely.
with that pressure that he
he's
puts
getting
on.
better at that,
Yeah.
and I don't want to say that, but he's
Yeah.
definitely he's a
Yeah.
20-pound man who can feel like a
Definitely.
200-pound man.
And then so my rib popped, and the funny thing was that like when it popped, I didn't know if it was like me or him, so I kind of just looked at him. He looked at me, and we were just like, bro, like, are you okay? And he's like, well, I'm okay. Like, are you okay? 2 seconds later, I felt the pain. I felt the pain rush, and that's the injury that's kept me out because. I can't do anything because like it's just so painful to cough, to breathe, even to sleep on your side.
Yeah.
It's pretty painful, but I'm grateful that I'm back in the gym. Last night I had some great rolls.
Oh, nice. You went back last night?
No, I went back last week.
Oh, last week.
last
Oh, okay.
week. Yeah.
Good, dude.
But
Good.
my first night back, I trained with Colette, bro, and you know how she's tiny.
Yeah.
It was insane how much like the pain with her pressure, bro. I was like, damn, what is this?
Yeah.
That's when I knew it wasn't a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're all good now.
Those are no joke. I remember the first time I got one of those, someone was trying to pass my guard, and they completely like just dove into my guard with their like, I think it was their elbow down, and they just smashed the inside of my chest. I didn't know I like messed it up until the next day. I was in someone's guard, and I was just posturing up, and they pulled me down, and just from the motion of coming down with my chest, I just screamed. And I was like, dude, that was so embarrassing. I've never screamed before. Like,
Was that a manly scream or a female scream?
Probably a big girly emo
That's
scream.
funny.
It was like, I was so emotional. I was like, ah. It was and I looked around, and nobody was looking at me, and like Bernard looked at me, and I was just like, oh, I'm good. And then like I was like, I'm not good. I need to get up. And I like got up and like went back, and I was just like, yeah, I can't do this. And I just told coach, I was like, yeah, my ribs pretty fucked. I'm probably just not going to train today. But yeah, dude, those fucking suck, and it's going to take a while before you'll probably start like rolling and noticing it's there. But the thing is, like, the more you notice it's there, the more you know, like, this is what I can do, this is what I can do.
Yeah. But at the same time, it was had a silver lining, because the time that I was out of the gym, rolling, I was kind of giving my body a break, and I was able to get in the gym and start lifting a little bit of weights.
Yeah.
Around my injuries.
That's
so
how it
that
goes.
kind of helped me out. So like right now, I'm feeling a little,
You're
a
feeling good?
little bit more full
Dude,
than
yeah.
what I was before. So
Dude.
I'm feeling it.
Dude, I remember during the your 559 fight training, dude, you were getting big. I remember I do a lot of 2-on-1s on people from guard, and I remember just attempting it on you, and I was just like, God dang, dude, because like it wasn't that I wasn't getting your arm, but right when I touch your tricep, I was like, dude, I can't even like get my hand on this big ass freaking truck. I was like, holy shit.
Man, I was dialed in to my training when I was training for my fight.
Can I ask, what was your diet like while you were training?
Bro, so one of my best friends, Cisco, right? He's like a big dude. He's big ever since I met him, right? He's so into working out, and he's really knowledgeable as well. So I went to him when I got my fight date, right? I went to him. I was like, hey, okay, so I got like basically 3 months to prepare. You know, I've never really like held a good diet for a long period of time, and so like what he put me on like was this carb cycle, right? So based off of the amount of weeks I had to prepare, we started off like first like tracking what I actually ate, like what was my normal amount of carbs, my normal amount of proteins, and my normal amount of fats, right? Right. And so from there, once I brought him back the data, he prepared this like 3-month plan where I started off eating 5 days a week normal carbs, and then 2 days low, right? Okay. And then so I repeated that for 2 weeks, and then we dropped a day of normal carbs, and we added it to a low carb day. Okay. Right? So now it was 4 days of normal carbs and 3 days of low carbs.
So you were incrementing low carbs into your days. Interesting. That seems like a really doable thing to do.
Yeah. So it was super simple. Sometimes you think about like dieting and planning that has to be complex, but it was pretty simple, right? Yeah. And then I was just tracking essentially just carbs, protein, and fat, right? But it was mainly just carbs and protein, because like my diet doesn't really consist of a lot of fatty foods, so I didn't really have to worry about that. It was mainly just like hitting the carbs, and then the protein, right? Yeah. So on my low carb days, I was taking in a lot of protein. I think it was like almost like 200 grams of protein. Damn. Yeah. Okay. So my low carb days were 130 grams, and then my normal carb days, I forget. I think it was like 180, something like that. I would have to look back, but yeah. So the cycle kind of after like every 2 weeks, I would like drop a day. Yeah. And then I went all the way down to 1 normal carb day, 6 low carb days, right? Okay. And then so that kind of just like shredded me up. Dude, and then after that, I just went back. I went back up. So I started adding another day of normal carbs. So what that did was it started feeding my muscles. Got it. So I kept the low fat on my body, but like my muscles were getting that refeed. Your
muscles could feed into it properly with you having that lean. Yeah.
And then so for like that final fight week, I was just eating like normal carbs every day. Ooh. And so, but I was on point for the weight, you know.
Dude, nice. What was the weight again?
Middleweight. So I had to be under 185, and dude, I weighed in at 178. You know, I wish I would have been a little bit heavier, but it was just that like I was training insanely, man. So I was just burning so much.
I'm pretty sure their scales were a little bit, you know.
Yeah, they definitely were.
Yeah, because I remember I was a little worried, but once you jump on those things, you're just like, whoa, these guys just want you to fight. They'll give you the pounds.
For real. Yeah. I was surprised.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh, we'll just stick it to the gym. So I'm gonna ask, who's your toughest role at our gym?
Man, well, bro, hands down, it has to be Jake and Amadeo. Yeah. They're just killers. They're insane. You know, you can't really do anything because, man, they control every aspect, and like they're such great wrestlers, and their knowledge in jiu-jitsu is really at a high level as well. So it's like it's just so hard to do anything with them. Yeah. And then you with your funky style, bro, putting your foot up in my nose.
I love doing that. Yeah. Yeah, man. Dude, I feel like those guys, they're just learning the language of jiu-jitsu when they've already learned half of it through wrestling. It's just, you see the move and it's like they know how to make angles, and that's probably 50% of what jiu-jitsu is making angles.
To and put it's already pressure. Second nature to them.
No, yeah, they're fighting. They know that they need to put themselves in a state of like domination, and a lot of people that just jump into jiu-jitsu like me and not doing a wrestling background, it's just like, oh, like I don't know when to be aggressive, you know. And for them it's like they don't have that question. They just wake up and they're just like, oh, I'm passing your guard right
Yeah.
now. Like, you're not gonna do anything about it. So yeah, I agree with that. I would say Amadeo, like, dude, I always try to armbar him, and for me, like, that's like one of my goals is just to armbar him like every once in a while, because his arms are so they're so small, and they're so hard to get because he's really good at like twisting his body in like directions where it's like it's gonna slip out of your hands and stuff.
That's funny. Plus, like, he's great at armbar, so
Dude,
if you hit it, that's like giving him a taste of his own medicine.
Ooh,
you know,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he
for
loves
me,
armbars.
dude, he always takes my back and just rides me, dude.
That's funny.
Yeah. What's your go-to submission? Lately, I'll just say lately.
Darce.
The Darce?
Darce or arm triangle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those.
I like that
sick.
too.
But in the gi, bro, I love the loop choke.
You love the loop
Yeah.
choke? Ooh. Yeah.
Especially because like I work half guard a lot,
Mhm.
and so it's always just right there, man.
Yeah.
And
That's
people
true.
just worry about that knee,
Dude, that's good.
and then so once they're kind of catch them off guard.
Yeah. You gotta really push yourself over and forward on them to get it. Yeah. No, I feel that same way with the Darce choke. Like when I'm passing half guard, like if they're already a direction and you can shoot your arm through like that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, and then Joseph showed like a variation. I think it was Japanese Thai. I think that's what he called it.
Ooh.
But yeah, so like
Sounds tasty.
yeah, once you got the darts, for some reason you can't like you can't finish it with the gibble grip. Just drop to your side, and then it's a killer.
Oh, no
Yeah.
way. Dude, I'm going to have to... I brought my mats in the car, but I don't think we can take the mics out there.
Oh,
But I
that'd be
definitely
funny.
want to see it.
That would be funny.
Yeah. Dude, they're in the car. I just happened to bring them. Let's see. Is there anyone specific you'd like to train with? Inside or outside the
Yeah,
gym?
definitely 100% gunner, man. Yeah, because with gunner you get like a tough roll, but you also get like a good flow roll, and it's not like they can get really, really, really tough and intense, but it's not like out of control.
Yeah.
You know
No,
what
I see that.
So definitely him. And then like for some reason, like whenever I'm rolling with them, he pushes me out of like my comfort zone, out of the typical things that I do. And
Right.
you know, talking to him, I do the same to him,
Mhm.
or for him. Right, and so I always you know love rolling with him and training with him. It's so great, and especially like we started around the same time, and his knowledge is like it's crazy.
Dude,
because you
yeah.
can tell he's so passionate about it. And then like I know you know that he wants to be a world champion grappler.
No,
so,
yeah.
So man, just being around like his energy and
Yeah,
you
him
know,
always being there.
yeah, it just-
like,
yeah,
you know he's retaining everything he sees like a
Definitely.
little kid. So
Yeah,
it's
so-
like, Jesus.
Yeah, so he's like the perfect training partner, and then like also like I like to push myself a lot as well, and so like you know if me working with him helps him at all in any way, then you know I'm all for it.
Yeah. I'm sure he's definitely going to be wanting to train with you more often. Let's see. What's a normal Sunday like for you?
Man,
From when you wake up to you go to bed.
well right now it's kind of different because so I'm a substitute teacher. I've been a substitute teacher for like probably like almost 2 years, right?
Uh-huh.
But recently I've kind of had like this whole like maybe not epiphany, but I kind of took a while to think about how I really want my life to look and
Okay.
what I want out of it, right?
Right.
And then so it kind of just happened how that the timeline kind of came to a right point where I was able to like do this transition. I was in a long-term sub position and it was ending in December, and then so it ended right before the winter break.
Okay.
And so like I applied for Amazon
Mhm.
as like to just be a warehouse associate, and so I got hired like basically as soon as I applied.
Mhm.
They don't even check you. They don't even no interview or anything like that.
They're
They
just
just
like,
hire
"Get in."
anyone. Yeah, they're like, oh,
Get
no,
in
body,
here.
awesome, let's go. Yeah, so like I like as soon as I applied, it said, okay, congratulations. You know, just show up this day. I was like, what the fuck? Like, is that it? Like,
Yeah.
you know, I thought I was gonna get an interview or no.
Yeah.
Just just show up, start working.
They're just
you
like
know?
a body.
Yeah.
Use the body.
Yeah, exactly. And so so I've been doing that. I've been doing that for like the past 2 months since December. And so that kind of just flipped my schedule around because
Gotcha.
you know I was in a teacher schedule, so I'd be you know go in at 7:45. I'd be at the school, be done by like 2:30, right?
Mhm.
And so, but now like I have to wake up at 2 in the morning, be at work at 3, get off by noon. And so,
Wow.
it's just switched everything around, especially
Yeah.
because, like, if I want 8 hours of sleep, I would literally have to go to sleep at 6 p.m.
Man,
Right? And
that's
so,
got to be difficult.
Yeah. So right now, I literally get, like, 4 hours sleep every night, simply because, like, there's things that I need to do,
Yeah.
especially, like, going to class, you know,
Mhm.
to jiu-jitsu, train jiu-jitsu, and, well, class doesn't start until 6 p.m.
Yeah.
So when I'm there, sometimes I'm just like a zombie, bro.
No,
I'm
I feel
trying to
that.
focus, but it's like if I was training at midnight.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's been a little bit different. So right now, typical Sunday, you know, I wake up at 2 in the morning. I do my morning routine. You know,
300 sit-ups.
no, 400, bro.
Oh, here we go.
No, you know, and then I go to work, get off, hit the gym, and then just spend time with my girl.
Nice,
Yeah,
dude.
So that's
Nice.
like a Sunday.
That's good,
Yeah.
man. It's a good routine for a nice off day. Okay. Here's a weird one. What's your worst nightmare?
Oof. Bro, okay, like a nightmare, like your actual dream nightmare. Or
You know
just
what?
like
I want to
in
hear
life?
both. I want to hear your worst dream. That sounds pretty interesting.
Honestly, I've never really had nightmares. I think like the worst like dream I've had was just my teeth falling out.
Oh,
but
man.
not really like
That's
a
still really
nightmare,
bad.
You know?
Yeah.
So I would say like, you know, like
I hear that one a
dream-wise-
lot. Yeah.
Dream-wise, that I think you know, in life, my worst nightmare is staying a failure for the rest of my life, bro.
Oh
just
my
being
God.
a loser.
Yeah.
I think that's my biggest
That's
biggest
a
fear.
big,
just,
scary one, dude.
yeah, just to be a loser, bro.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And so that's why I try to, you know, work as much as I can, you know, work on myself,
Yeah.
on, you know, just being like successful in, you know, in different aspects of my life, not
Right.
just like financially wise, but also physically, mentally, spiritually.
Yeah.
I just try to like, you know, improve because, you know, like I said, that's my biggest fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in what terms would you consider yourself beating yourself and not becoming the loser? Would it be routinely breaking your own challenges through life?
Yeah, definitely, bro. I feel like if I'm able to wake up, right, and just leave the house, bro, like that's like key number one, right?
There you go.
But
That's a
you
humble
know,
one.
I've seen, you know, because I've been in really low points in my life, and I've seen that like that fitness has a lot to do with how I feel about myself, and like you know, so for sure, like in order for me not to be a loser, at least in one aspect, is to be physically fit.
Right.
You know, and I don't mean that I have to look, you know, like
Yeah.
physically amazing,
Yeah.
but I just, you know, like be
Yeah.
able to you know, go to the gym, be able to go on a hike, be able just to do, you know, daily routine activities without like feeling like shit.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I mean about like, you know, being physically fit.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely fitness has a big impact on how I feel, how I look at myself, and you know how I things translate to other aspects of my life. So that's key number one.
Yeah.
The biggest other thing is for sure financial success.
Mhm.
And I know people say that, you know, having money isn't everything, but in reality it is. At least in my point of view, you know. If you don't agree with me, it's totally fine. I really don't care, you know.
Yeah.
But being financially successful is really important to me, simply because, well, one, like, you know, I'm an immigrant, right? So my parents, you know, brought me to the U.S. to have a better life, right?
Right.
And so if I don't achieve that, then I'm kind of like spitting in their face. I'm disrespecting them, you know.
Yeah.
It's like me saying, "Oh, I don't give a shit about your struggles or anything you did."
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna waste the life you gave.
You want to make it
right?
worth it.
Definitely, you know,
Yeah.
I want to give it back to them.
Right.
But also, you know, I want to be able to live life. You know, I don't want to be a slave
Yeah.
forever, right?
You want to find the balance.
Yeah, and
Right.
I just want that freedom, man. I want that freedom to be able to train all day long, to be able to just, you know, take a trip, you know, and not vacation, bro, because
Yeah.
like I don't want, like, my end goal is not to have a job, right? Like I have these different things that I want to do. I want to be my own boss, right?
Yeah.
And I want to be able to just say, hey, let's go fucking snowboarding for the weekend. But not just for myself. I want to have enough money to take my friends, to take my
No,
family.
yeah.
Like all expenses paid too, you know? Like
Yeah.
that's a way, like, I think Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to think too small, and you know, I don't think it's thinking too big because it's possible. You know, if you don't think it's possible, you know, that's your own like mentality already, like, you know, blocking yourself from achieving anything.
Yeah.
So
I think that's a really humble standpoint to find yourself successfully, is in a sense where you can treat others in a sense where they wouldn't be able to do things on their own financially, where you give them the support that they would want to get it done. There's I was just listening to someone else speaking, and they were talking about how NBA players love the Cheesecake Factory. And I was just like, oh, that's kind of a weird stigma. But someone was explaining how, like, most NBA players, a lot of their money doesn't go towards their houses or their cars, but it actually goes towards their families.
Got it.
So a lot of them go to Cheesecake Factories because in most cities, Cheesecake Factory is like the nicest restaurant in the area. So they're typically going to Cheesecake Factory on a stigma when, you know, it's actually to help, you know, get their family somewhere super nice. You know, they just want to treat them, which I thought was super interesting, because people are always like, why are they always at Cheesecake Factory? Why are they always doing this? You know, but it's like, dude, they're usually there with their families, which is pretty interesting. I never knew that, and I just actually heard about that today, so it was kind of interesting. But
That's awesome,
I totally agree, dude. Like, when you're in a financial state where your leisure money is not just yours, but someone else's, and someone that's important to you, there's nothing more good than having them almost spend the money for you to make them happy, but to make you happy.
Yeah, I think there's nothing like better than to, you know, want success for yourself and for others, man.
Yeah.
And always like giving back is like, you know, the best thing ever. Like, just, I mean, take a look at what Coach has built for the gym, you know? It's not just about him. It's about like everyone in the community.
Literally everyone at that gym I feel like they've changed since they've been at the gym.
You know, and I feel like that's like what I want to do, you know?
Yeah.
You know, give back one way or another, and I think that's like the pinnacle of success right there.
No, definitely.
Be able to provide for others, not just yourself, you know?
Yeah.
It's not about like having money to, you know, to drop like $100K on the chain or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know? Like I could give two shits about like materialistic stuff, bro. You know?
Yeah.
It's just about like, you know, that good vibe, but positivity, you know?
Yeah. Changing for change. I like it.
Yeah. There you go.
Nice. Okay, so let's talk about the 559 fight.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I want to hear how you felt from the day you wake up during that fight.
Okay. Well, first we got to talk about the whole process, man. I think one of my favorite aspects about you know, preparing or fighting, it was preparing for the fight, because just preparing for the fight just shifted so much in my life, you know. It changed my mentality from just like, you know, wandering, figuring out what I should do today, to like setting up a plan and actually executing it, you know. And like it elevated, I feel like it elevated more aspects in my life to decide to do that fight than like other stuff that I've done, right? Because I had to like dial in, I had to focus, I had to cut off negativity like around myself to be able to focus, because I didn't want like anything like affecting like my training, my regimen, because like, you know, I wanted to make sure that when I stepped in the cage, I was 100%. Yeah, exactly. And so I think the biggest part was, you know, the preparing for it, you know, and I don't think it was like a waste of time at all, you know, like, because, you know, it elevated my just my way of thinking. It increased my physicality as well.
You just like Spartanized yourself.
Yeah, dude, it was insane. Yeah. It was insane, you know. And then the you know, fight day rolls around, and you competed that day with me too. You did the grappling fight. I
feel like we had kind of different experiences because I was not prepared at all.
Got it.
But yeah, I remember just seeing you getting ready for this match from the start. I mean, like, I remember, like, I wasn't there when you made the decision to do it, but what was that like when you first heard about the 559 fight? Were you just like, this is something that I need to do right now? Or were you just like, oh yeah, like I could do this right now?
Oh, that's a good question, because I guess anyone that really knows me or that I've like, gotten to open up myself with, they know that like I've always wanted to do this, right?
Right.
My dad is black belt in Taekwondo, right? So like martial arts has always been like in the back of my head, bro. Like
that's awesome.
I've always wanted to be a fighter, dude. I've always wanted.
That's
to be
amazing,
a fighter,
dude.
Right? And then you grow up and kind of life gets in the way. Your own insecurities, kind of like come to the forefront and kind of prevent you from doing all the shit that you want to do.
Yeah.
And so, I joined the gym, and then just seeing Kale prepare for his fight, working with everyone at the gym, it just kind of like sparked that, like, that just like drive for competition,
yeah,
right?
Definitely.
And I was already in the jiu-jitsu gym, like working, and so I was like, dude, might as well just do it.
Yeah.
Like I was like, what am I waiting for? What am
Yeah.
I waiting for? Like, like, like
You're sharpening your spear
exactly.
for what,
I was like, I can get knocked out, but shit, who cares?
Yeah.
Right? Like, who cares? Like, because there's so much benefits that I can get, by doing it,
Mm-hmm.
like, and like I might lose, but what if I don't?
Yeah.
So it's like I just said, hey, all right, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And then I remember coach hit me up. He was like, hey, they're looking for grapplers for one of their events. And I was like, fuck it, I'm down for grappling or MMA. And then he replied, MMA, ? Okay.
Yeah.
and then he was like, and he sent me the link. He was like, all right, sign up. And I was like, all right, fuck it. I already said it, right? I already said it. And that's the thing too, I'm glad I said it, because then it's like I'm accountable now.
Yeah.
It's like, because you can tell yourself all this shit in your mind. You can think you're a fucking badass, right? But if you don't like speak it, like it's never gonna become anything, because no one's gonna hold you accountable to your word, right? And
I feel like the true you was just like, yes,
yeah, bro,
I want to do this.
Yes,
and you just told him, and then from there on, you're like, I might have said it really quick, but I'm doing it now.
Yeah, dude, it was that, it's like that mental battle between like insecurities, but also like your pride and like your desire to do something, right? And like I feel like sometimes you just need to fucking pull the trigger, man.
That's
because
awesome,
and
dude.
like and just like speak it into existence, because if you don't say it, man, it's just gonna stay in your head, bro.
Out of all the people at our gym, it's just assumed that you would be in a 559 fight. Like you, Gunner, Jake, just like. You guys just like walk around and it's like, okay, well, they could easily fight someone from another gym and win. Like that's just like how I can kind of see like when it comes to competing. So like seeing you do a 559 fight, I was like, dude, that's awesome. Like, what do we need to do? Like, so it was really awesome to hear that. And I remember, I think you were the only person that was going to do it. So it was just like, ooh, that's more focus on him, so it was really awesome.
Yeah. And I'm truly grateful. I feel like it kind of, worked out for my benefit that it was just me, at least like in fighting wise, but also like, coach did a lot for me too, because at the time it was really hot. And so, and so like he kind of switched the days to like no-gi only, so that helped me so much.
That's good.
That helped me so much.
Definitely.
And just like mentally too, not just physically, but mentally as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, it was insane, and I was really grateful for all the support. Everyone was always asking me if I needed help, if I needed work or anything like that. So it was like an amazing experience.
Yeah, man.
And even the day of the fight, man, me and you spent all day together.
Oh yeah.
We weighed in the morning.
That was a fun ass day, dude. Yeah.
It was insane. It was honestly like the feeling for me. It was definitely like a movie, bro. I felt like it was an out of body experience.
It was, yeah. I could completely agree. I remember like you wake up and you're like, today's the day was just like something that kept being said in my head, and it was just like today's the day, and it was just like everything else just flows on behind that,
man, it was definitely a great experience up until the end, bro. My fight, it didn't go the way I planned. I got knocked out.
Is there anything you think you could have done differently, maybe to prevent that takedown, or maybe something else?
Man, I just what was my first fight, right? So like I had already had so much adrenaline going, right? And I think I just got way too ahead of myself. Because I went in there like, bro, I was squared up. I was already squared up, and we didn't even touch gloves. We just like walked up to each other and like started swinging, right?
Oh shit.
So definitely I should have implemented my jab, bro, from the get go.
Okay.
And kind of gauge my distance instead of just like going straight and engaging because
Right.
you know like the kid is a wrestler, man, and he's
Yeah.
a purple belt in jiu-jitsu.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, so like he was like his shot was like so fast I didn't even see it, man.
Mhm.
Honestly, I didn't even see it.
Wow.
Yeah, so like definitely like if I would have just like took a breath and engaged differently,
Mhm.
like obviously like you know I'm not scared of getting hit or anything like
Yeah.
that, you know, but like kind of like implementing a different strategies, it would have definitely like at least like made the fight last a little longer.
I'm not
right?
gonna lie, his takedown was pretty good.
Bro, it
He
was so
secured,
clean.
He secured
Yeah.
a good takedown, and I remember I was with the other fighters, so I could only watch from the baseball
Yeah.
like screen or whatever. And I remember seeing that takedown, and I was like, oh man, okay, like recover guard, and then I remember it just looked so difficult because this dude was like immediately getting to mount. Like
Yeah.
within seconds, and it's like he was not tired at all. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
Like, from then on, like I was just like, man, like
Yeah. No, like his top control was great.
Yeah.
There was a point where like I was able to get under his leg and I was about to like turn right to get out.
Right.
But like dude, like he turned as well,
Mhm.
and just you know that control
Yeah.
that he had was really good.
Yeah.
And then from there, well, I got knocked out, bro.
Yeah.
But hey, like it was funny because
Man.
you know like in the movies, you know how like one of the characters gets knocked out and then they wake up and I'm like, did we win? And that's kind of how I felt, bro.
Yeah.
Because like when I came to, I was sitting down and I just looked down. And mind you, this is still kind of an out of body experience, right?
Right.
And I looked down and I saw blood gushing,
Oh,
right?
man.
Like no pain or anything. It was just like blood.
Yeah.
Gushing. And then I just looked up and I'm like, fuck, I lost. Right? And I'm
Oh,
like,
my
fuck, I
gosh.
lost. You know, and then but no, you know, even though I lost, like you know, I'm not sad about it. You know, obviously, like
Dude,
you know,
everyone was so fucking proud. Like, not gonna lie, I remember like, I don't know if you know this, but like once the knockout happened, everyone went to where I was, where we were like warming up, and I
Yeah.
remember Bernard like he like gathered everyone. Like Kelly was there, Mike was there. Everyone just gathered around. He was like, "Hey guys, I just want to make it clear that, you know, because of this knockout, you know, like we don't want to press him to do it again. He needs to decide if he wants to do this again." And everyone was just like, it was just like an interesting moment because I knew like everyone there was so focused on you that like it was just like a group agreement that like let's just like we're going to move on from this. We're not going to press him. We're just going to see what he wants to do after this because it was devastating. I remember like that's the first time I've seen someone's head bounce off of a fucking mat, you know,
Yeah.
from being punched. And I was about to fight soon. And I remember like seeing it and being scared as fuck. And I was just like, dude, like he's got some fucking, some nugs on him
I
for doing
appreciate
that, you
that,
know?
man.
You know,
I appreciate that.
everyone felt that because like you got up, you got out of there, you know, everyone cared about you. You looked like you were fine after you got up.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure like a lot of women were just like, oh my God, is he okay? You know, but like obviously you look like you were fine. So, but yeah.
Yeah, no, man, I you know, I appreciate that. I didn't know that. No, I did not know
Yeah.
that. But you know, I appreciate that. It means a lot. It means a lot, man. And yeah, you know, as soon as I came to, like I was fine. You know, I feel like I was fine. There's still little fuzzy moments, you know, obviously, but man, just the amount of love and like support that happened afterwards, bro. Like it was just like it was insane, you know.
Yeah.
So and like you can't even feel bad about losing, bro, because it's like all the love was still there, man.
Right.
Regardless, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like it felt even more powerful because I lost, and like knowing that like all the support is still there.
Yeah.
And because like I know that you know you build it up in your head, like the importance of winning so much, right? You don't want to lose because you don't want to look stupid. You don't want to let your friends down, friends and family, right? You don't want to let anyone down. But like who gives a shit? Like they're still gonna love you, right? The people that
Yeah.
supported you, like
Yeah.
in your loss, like are gonna support you in your wins too, you know, and
Yeah.
just like kind of like realizing that, because I did have a lot of like pressure, like I wanted to win, you know, especially because
yeah.
it's you know
It's your first fight.
It's my first fight, but it's also in a big promotional banner like
Yeah.
for amateur fights as it go, right? It's on
Yeah.
YouTube,
Yeah.
right? So
Oh, yeah.
so everyone out there listening, if you guys want to see me get knocked out, just search up Nahum Ponce 5 fights. Yeah, man. But yeah, dude, it was just insane, just like the level of like of love that I got afterwards, bro, from all my friends, family, people on social media, people that I haven't even like thought of in years, bro.
Yeah.
They were like showing support, you know,
Yeah.
and all my training partners too. It was just insane. And you know, kind of going back to your comment saying that you know, coach didn't want people like to pressure me into doing it again. Honestly, bro, like because I lost, like, you know, I have to do it again, right? And
So you're gonna do it again?
Oh, definitely, 100%.
Yeah.
And like I can say that with certainty, because not because of like a pride like aspect, because yeah, like there's pride, you know, but like I'm not like, it's not like an egotistical
Every
like,
fighter's
I
gonna
have to
its
win,
pride.
you know.
Yeah.
It's more like I have to like prove it to myself, and one of the worst things already happened, right? So it's like, you know, obviously like you know, the resilience is there, like I saw it in myself, because like one of the battles of getting in there is just like is of the what ifs, bro. Like, you know, you don't want to lose, but like, bro, I already lost. Like now it's and even if when I did lose, like I still gained so much, bro,
right?
Because I got in the best shape of my life,
dude.
You know, like I had a paradigm shift in and out of the gym, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like in my life, right? Like it kind of just my mind like got so focused on my fight, and the kind of like the mentality that I had to tap into it for the preparation shifted so much other things, and it highlighted the things that I need in my life and the things that I don't need in my life, you know. So it helped me elevate like myself in so many different ways. And honestly, like if I would have won that fight, like I don't know if I would have said like, oh, I'm gonna do it again, right? Because like when you win, you can easily
I think you would have
probably, you know, probably but is what I'm trying to say is that like if I would have won, I would have been a little bit more hesitant, maybe, because it's like, well, I won now, you know, I can retire undefeated, right?
There's a lot of honor in losing, and especially when it comes to getting knocked out. I mean, you know, so I totally agree with you saying like, just because it's not the outcome you were aiming for, it doesn't mean you didn't land where you wanted to land. Which I think is a really cool way to look at it.
Definitely, man.
And back to you saying you getting ready and changing basically who you were for this fight, you know, man, dude, that's amazing. I think that I think that the way you changed your diet, the way you got a 6-pack within a week, or however you did it, that was nuts. You're just like a living train. You were just moving and moving and moving, and it's just it's incredible, man. Like it's cool to see like really dedicated jiu-jitsu athletes, you know, just like realize, oh shit, like I'm a superhuman right now, you know, and it's like that's what it is. Like you're not honing in to please anyone. You're honing in to get in as best physical shape as you can.
Definitely.
To, you know, get a win. And it's like it's so simple, but it's so powerful. And that's what I like about it too.
Definitely.
And that's something that you definitely took and just like wore for like how long was your training? Like 2 months?
It was like 3 months.
3 months. Yeah. So that's super incredible. Like, yeah. And I think that I was going to ask you, was your dad any influence on your training at all? Was he like
definitely. His influence was for sure mental. Because there was a lot of times where there's a lot of doubt, right? And then like me and my pop, we call each other a lot, right? We don't live in the same town, but I would always ask him questions about preparation, and then he would always like you know, tell me what to do, how I'm gonna feel, letting me know that, you know, that's a normal feeling. But you know, it was a lot of like positive vibes, but a lot of like you know, wisdom that kind of like he brought. And I have I guess not a weird relationship with my dad, but it's just a different relationship with like with our like dynamic, because
that's awesome.
Because it's not super like emotional, right? Because well, he's like a really traditional guy, and so he doesn't really talk about a lot about his feelings, right? And things like that. So it's like it's a little bit different.
A lot of parents are like that.
Yeah, right. Especially with their children.
Yeah.
But talking about the fight and preparation kind of took our relationship to a kind of different level, and I'm truly grateful for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was definitely there, for all the preparation, and he definitely helped me stay focused. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it to the fight because he couldn't take the day off of work.
Your mother made it.
Yeah, my mom made it. Yeah.
How did she feel about the fight?
Man, my mom, she's amazing, bro. She's amazing. She, obviously, she cares for me and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like with my mom, the reaction I got from her, I don't know the reaction she had behind the scenes from
right.
what I didn't see. She could have cried or not, right?
Yeah.
But what she gave me was like, she was like, it was more like mijo, but like kind of like letting me know that it's all good because like I'm strong enough to like to endure it type of thing, and it's just a different,
that's amazing.
I feel like she gave me what I needed, bro,
yeah.
because of like the person that I am.
She knows you best, probably.
Yeah, I was kind of like sometimes when people like give me pity and shit like that, like I would kind of get mad, like because I don't need that, like I know I lost, I know I lost, and I don't really need your pity or the people that would tell me like, oh, don't do it again, or like stuff like that, like oh, I'm glad that that you got knocked out so you don't do it again, or like or people from the beginning that they heard that I was doing the fight and they were just giving me negativity, like, oh, you're gonna get hurt, your beautiful face and all this stuff, right? It's like so like, dude, my mom gave me just what I needed, bro. That's and good. I love her for that. That's and I just remember because my dad couldn't be there, as soon as like I came to from being unconscious, like I just wanted to call my dad and just tell him, what happened, right?
Yeah.
Like I was like, fuck, I wish I could have like called him, like telling him that I won and everything like that. But I did call him afterwards, like once like I actually got up and I called him afterwards, and he was cool. He was like, hey, don't even worry about it. That's just that's war, man. He was like, some battles you lose, some battles you don't.
Yeah.
But you gotta keep going. No martial artist ever became a martial artist by quitting. So
I'm sure since he's a martial artist, he probably took that fight as something super special to him. And knowing that you're actually getting in a legit cage and doing something around what he used to do, I'm sure just because he couldn't make it doesn't mean he wasn't thinking about it the whole time.
Yeah, definitely. He would always ask me how my preparation was going, both him and my mom,
Yeah.
So it was cool whenever we talked, they would always like make sure that I was like, doing what I'm supposed to be doing type of thing,
Dude, that's awesome, man. Yeah, you sound like you have some amazing parents.
Man, I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful for all the support from my siblings, my parents, all my friends. I've been very lucky to like just like find people, that are just genuinely good people,
Right.
And that's one of the things I love about Seventh Generation, especially like the type of environment that coach has created and is like maintaining.
Yes.
Because it's so easy in a fitness environment, a martial arts environment, to just get a shitty environment going, like super like egotistical, like negative, toxic. And it's so great how he's been able to maintain it, just like a positive environment that's all about like growth, And so I've been very grateful throughout my life to have been able to meet a lot of people that support me, So
it's an amazing gym. I mean, like, no matter what, if I don't know someone, there chances are I'm gonna meet them that day. It's that kind of place where you just like, I want to know who's the new person. I want to see what they're good at. I want to make sure that they have fun, because when someone's having fun doing jiu-jitsu, I'm having fun too. It's just it's like, I'm probably choking you, or you're probably choking me, but it's like an honor thing. It's good. Yeah, we've had a lot of new people come in lately, and it's awesome because I'll start them off and like it'll be their first day, and like shoot, now I have people like that I'll check my DMs. They're like, hey, thanks, man. It's like, shoot, do I know this person? So cool. And it's like, oh wait, no, that's so and so, But it's cool that they like reach out on their own terms, because they had a great day.
True.
It's not just like going to the gym, getting your lift in, going home. It's like going to a gym, like feeling welcome, letting someone like choke you, get it, maybe choke someone, it's just a good time. Yeah, because that might sound crazy, but
no, it's true, because it's a scary feeling, man. It's a scary feeling going in there knowing that you're about to get your ass kicked, right? And just being a new person, you don't know what's gonna happen. And so it's so good, cool, like when it's just so welcoming, and everyone there is like with a smile, you know, and like they don't give you any bad vibes or like, well, you know, get out of here, you know, you don't know anything type of thing, you know. So it's so cool,
yeah. Sweet, man. Oh, I was gonna ask you, when we were waiting to fight, you were telling me your sister's boyfriend. Mm-hmm. He was invited, and you were like, oh yeah, well, I don't know if he was going to come or not, but either way, he's gonna have fun seeing me get my butt kicked or winning. Do you remember talking about that?
My sister's boyfriend? No, I don't remember.
Oh, damn it.
No, I don't remember.
It sounded like you guys had a funny relationship. I was gonna jump onto.
No, it was my girlfriend's sister's boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's because, you know, and I take full responsibility because, like, you know, when he came into the picture, bro, like, I was kind of in a shitty place. So, like, I know I'm an asshole sometimes, or a lot of the times, right? Like, I know I can be an asshole, and, like, unfortunately, you know, I wasn't such, like, a good person to him, you know, at times. Like, I'm a smart ass for sure, and I capitalize sometimes on dumb remarks. And you know, that's something I've for sure been working on. But you know, just sometimes, like, you know, that when it's like when you're not thinking about it, and it's like something you always do, you know, it just comes out. And but yeah, like for sure, my girlfriend told me a lot of times I made him feel like shit, like, because I made him feel stupid and stuff like that. So like he kind of built like you know, bad feelings towards me and stuff like that. So like I when, you know, we turned in our tickets, I got those 2 free ones, and because they weren't coming, they didn't buy tickets or anything like that. So I told my girlfriend, I was like, oh hey, like, you know, we got these 2 free tickets, like, give them to your sister and her boyfriend, right? Mm-hmm. That way, you know, like, it's like me, like, offering them, you know, kind of like an olive branch, like, come through, like, you know, like, come support or whatever. And hey, like, I know you don't really like me that much. I remember. So if I win, you'll probably be happy because I won. But if I get my ass kicked, you'll probably be happy too because you don't really like me that much, you know. But yeah, man. so yeah, it was my sister's, my girlfriend's sister's boyfriend.
I remember you told me about that, and I was like, dude, that's hilarious. But hey, I hope did they come? Did they come?
No,
through?
They didn't end up coming. Oh, okay. But it was cool because my brother, my blood brother, and his fiance, they weren't gonna come because they had to work, right? And so last minute, I don't know if they got off early, if they just said fuck it and left or whatever. But last minute they came through. Dude, like from Tracy, my hometown, to Visalia where the fight was, it's 3 hours, bro. Damn. It was 3 hours, so they just literally just made it in time, bro. Awesome. And like my brother means the world to me, you know. And so I was so happy. That my girl's sister and her boyfriend didn't want the tickets because that way my brother and his fiance were able to make it, bro. Yeah. So it was so like
it was perfect.
It was perfect, like, bro. It was perfect. It all just worked out, man. Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, dude, but yeah, man, the whole day it was so weird. Like, it was so weird because we knew we were going to war at the end of the day. Dude, we were just killing time.
It was so weird how calm the day was. Mm-hmm. Like, the day was so calm. Like, a bird could have landed on our shoulders and we wouldn't have thought a thing of it.
For real, dude.
It was slow. We ate tacos. What did we do? We went to the mall. We saw a freaking movie. What movie did we see?
Bro, I do not even remember what movie it was. I don't.
Dude, was it Batman?
No. I have no idea. I have no idea.
I almost fell asleep in that theater. I remember.
I was trying to. I was like, man, fuck this movie. I'm trying to get some rest.
Yeah, I remember your girl called you in the movie and you're like, babe, I'm in the movie right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole day was so weird, but it was cool too because it was like the first time me and you actually hung out for a long period of time.
That was so fun.
So, so it was cool.
I usually I would do that with Kale when he would have his fights. I'd go up with him. We'd drive together and just hang out the whole day. But usually we would just sit at a park and just like chill the whole time. But it's fun, like, going and just doing random stuff. We went to like Tilly's. We like walked around. Yeah, it was fun, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't know shit about Visalia, but now we kind of know a little bit.
I know. True. Yeah.
That was crazy, fun, dude. Man. Yeah, I remember that whole day. I was just like, man, this is gonna be intense. This is gonna be intense. And like, I remember when you picked me up, we got to Visalia. I was like, well, this is kind of nice. You know, this is calm.
That's true.
This is very easy. But once we started warm ups, dude, I was getting a little nervous. Not gonna lie, this shit was pretty fun. I mean, like, I knew I was gonna do an MMA fight, but just a grappling match, I was just like, well, this is kind of nerve wracking, but you know, it was good, dude.
No, yeah, it was a great experience, man. I felt like
how'd you feel about doing the warm ups and stuff?
You know, I felt good during the warm ups, bro. I felt really good. Dude, just sitting down and getting my hands taped up, wrapped up, and everything like that. I was kind of like when you know that that's something you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
You know, that's the feeling I got, bro. I was like, fuck, like this is long overdue, man. Like this is who I am.
Yeah.
You know, this is who I am. The warm ups felt good. I wasn't even like thinking about like bad things, bro. It was just like it was still calm, but like at the same time I was trying to like to get hyped, you know, because I didn't want to go in like too like, you know, like low
too relaxed.
Yeah, too relaxed. Yeah, I wanted, you know, get in there like good, but man, it was just such a weird, fucking amazing feeling, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I like to say this all the time, but like when I was walking up in the cage, bro. So there's this movie that I really like. It's called Warrior, with Tom Hardy.
Okay.
He's the main character, right? And it's an MMA tournament movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Love Tom Hardy.
yeah, he's badass.
Yeah.
It's cool too that he does jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so like I was literally just envisioning myself as him, right? Just like walking up, and then when I was in the cage, bro, like, you know what, when they say, "You ready?" And I was just like, yeah, I was just like thinking like I was him in that movie, bro. Like, so it was just crazy. And then like when I was walking up, bro, like there's I follow a lot of different fighters, and there's this thing that like this one fighter always says, right, in Spanish, and I was just telling myself that. I was just like walking up, just fucking telling myself I'm a badass.
What was
like
it?
In Spanish? It's like soy una verga. Which basically translated is in English is I'm a badass motherfucker, you know.
Yeah.
So I was just telling myself, soy una puta verga.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go, you know.
Dude,
like,
your hype song was pretty sick.
yeah, it was badass. Left ESM, bro. Heck yeah.
That
like,
was fucking dope.
I put on a lot of people onto
Yeah.
it. Like a lot of people messaged me like first they were like, "Hey, I'm sorry about your fight. You did good, but that song though."
Yeah, that song was hard. That was a hard walkout song.
Yeah, man. I listen to a lot of Mexican rappers, bro. I feel like I'm grateful to speak a different language because I'm able to get a lot of different like
Inputs.
input, yeah, from all the different cultures, bro. And
Yeah.
it's so cool. It's so cool. Just, you know, being able to listen to different genres, you know, in both English and Spanish.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's so cool, man.
Do you have any idea what your next walkout song might be?
No, dude, I haven't
Yeah.
thought about it.
Yeah.
But it's either gonna be a Spanish rap song or I was talking to Coach that maybe like a Native American song, bro.
That'd be sick.
Like, you know, the ones he plays on, like,
yeah.
you know,
He plays some
during-
bangers
yeah.
that are just like, whoa.
Yeah, so that'd be sick,
Some
bro.
tribal stuff.
Yeah, that'd be
dope too.
badass.
Yeah. I remember when I was filling out like a text message because I was like, "Hey, am I fighting?" And they was like, "Yeah, fill out this," and I was just like, "Jackass theme song."
Oh.
Just like something. I just
Yeah.
wanted something that was gonna like, if I was gonna be in a weird funk,
Mm-hmm.
just something that would just goofily like snap me
Yeah.
out. I was just like, I want something to calm me down.
Yeah.
So, Jackass theme song, that might do it.
But that goes with your fighting style too. You know, it's a little funky, little different.
Yeah.
So unorthodox. You
Yeah,
know?
that's true.
And like
Yeah.
you as a person, you're kind of unorthodox too. So
Oh,
like I
thank
feel
you.
like
Thank
I feel
you.
like you know, and I say that as a
Yeah, no,
compliment.
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
definitely a good
Yeah.
good song.
It was fun, dude.
Yeah.
It was fun getting slammed.
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
Man, the slam in KO's last grappling fight. That was insane. How he just hopped on his back like
That
if he was Armadillo, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
a big boy.
Yeah, a big boy doing a little boy move.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was crazy.
That was pretty crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Kale's good at doing some freaking damage once he gets someone on bottom. I remember like a couple weeks ago, we were just doing a fireman's carry, just a basic fireman's carry, and he did one on me. And bro, he slammed the hell out of me. I think someone recorded it too. I remember he like came up, dunked under, got me on his shoulders. He didn't even stand up.
Oh yeah, he posted it on the story.
He did?
Yeah.
Of course he did. And then he just freaking slammed me from his knee, and I was on the ground like, oh, yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
I know the feeling, man.
Yeah.
Bro, but the outcome of the grappling fight was total bullshit. He for sure won that. And you already know that it was just favoritism because, like,
Yeah.
the people who run the promotion was he trains at their gym and stuff like that.
That's how it was like for my fight too. I remember there was 2 votes for me winning and 1 vote was against me, and the dude was from that gym, and I was like, well, you little fucker,
Honestly,
you get in here.
But that's why we have to do our best to like take it out of the judges' hands, because they do fucking stupid shit, at a professional level too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's true. No, for my fight, I thought I lost. I was like, this dude picked me up 4 times and slammed me on the ground. Like, I was like, you would think that I would freaking lose, but eventually, like, someone was like, well, you did more attempts, at actually doing a submission. And I was like, well, I guess that's like a bitch way of winning, but like, that is true too. So
no, it's the rule set. It's the rule set.
Yeah. I felt bad for the guy. I was actually talking to my buddy Jasker, who trains at that gym, and he was like, dude, you like fucked up his leg or you fucked up his shoulder or something. And I was like, what? But I don't remember any of that. I just remember that dude was strong as fuck, dude. He picked me up like I was a little bag of like onions.
That's
just,
funny. Bro, I haven't even seen the fight.
You haven't seen it?
No. Well, I got knocked out. So when you were fighting, I was still bleeding from my nose, bro. So I was just trying to get recomposed. But afterwards, I don't think I've seen the video.
It's literally just like this dude picking me up, slamming me recovering guard, and then me going for an arm bar, me going for like 2 different guillotines, and then just a lot of open guard play.
Got it.
He was in my guard, but he was like so strong, bro. I could not do a 2-on-1 on him, and I know that's what he knew I wanted to do, so he was doing everything to stop it. But it was getting dirty. I remember he was like rubbing his elbow in my face, and like. At that point, I just kind of like, there's like footage of me like smiling because I was just like, dude, you're running out the clock and you're probably not winning. Like, what's going on? But yeah, man, it's a fun watch, honestly, if you want to watch it. But dude, I want to watch yours.
Yeah.
I just want to see, because I remember when I talked to you, the first time I talked to you about it, I was like, what happened? Like, tell me what happened. And you're just like, dude, all I remember was walking in the cage and that's it. And I was like, fuck.
Dude. Yeah. Kind of like when you black out in a night of drinking.
Yeah.
Right. And then through stories and then just like time, like you start getting your memory.
Yeah.
So like that day, and especially because like people were asking me like what happened, like like right away, and I was still thinking about what happened myself, right?
Yeah.
But because of the adrenaline and everything like that, I just remembered like the ref saying you ready, and I was like, and me just nodding, right, squared up.
That adrenaline and then, pumps your brain somewhere.
Yeah, and I just remember engaging, and then him shooting. And then I remember I had a thought. I was like, oh, here we go, because like we already knew that my whole camp was basically like takedown defense, and we knew he was gonna take me down, and he fucking took me down, right? And so I was like, oh, here we go. And then like I just remember like coach like saying, oh, get a full guard, and then like I woke up, right?
Oh my
God.
That's like so scary.
Yeah, and
but
so
like,
I was trying to remember like what happened. I was trying to like play back, like as I was regaining my composure, I was trying to replay back everything, but like it just wasn't happening. And then but it, like my memory came back like afterwards. Yeah. And then I rewatched the tape and everything like that, and everyone was telling me, oh, you did good on your feet, and I just remember like going back, and I was like, damn, like, well, like it was only like 10 seconds, like when I was like engaging on my feet. But yeah, man, like I for sure, the thing I just regret is just not being able to showcase what I'm good at, like just like show what I'm about and stuff like that. So definitely, next fight I'm gonna be coming in like with everything I got to make sure that
it was it was like your first fight. I feel like the nerves definitely did the right thing in telling you to get pumped instead of stay nervous, which is dope. But it's probably just a level of like power and then balancing it.
Yeah.
Just like you said, you came in there and you were already ready to just start without even touching gloves.
Yeah.
I feel like that mentality is like, you better aim that perfect or else it's gonna be a little bit dangerous for you,
Yeah. True.
So,
yeah. But man, it's just a learning curve. So, I'm taking everything I learned, both in and out of the ring, and definitely for my next fight, try my best to implement it to the T, for sure.
It. So what do you have going on for you right now? Are you working on? I see you have.
Yeah, man. So I'm starting my own fitness brand. It's called STC Unlimited. STC stands for Stay the Course. Okay. And so a lot of people ask me why STC, right? Mm-hmm. But growing up, one of my best friends, he passed away, right? and he would always tell me like, stay the course, stay the course. He was
powerful.
he was one of the most dedicated individuals that I have ever met, and kind of reminds me of Gunner. Gunner reminds me of him, right? How just like focused and committed he is to his goals. And he would always tell me, stay the course, stay the course.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what the fuck that meant, bro. But like, he repeated it so much that,
stayed with you.
It stayed with me, yeah. And so that's what I named the brand, bro, STC, Unlimited. And Unlimited because, bro, like, the world's at your fingertips,
Yeah.
Anything's possible. There's no limits. The only limits are in your mind. And yeah, so I'm
gonna grab the book
for sure. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, so I just released Stay the Course Fitness Planner, right? It's a 90-day workout and nutrition tracker. So if you're trying to get into a fitness journey, this is the product to start off with. One of the biggest challenges that everyone has is, working out, dieting, anything like that, right? Staying consistent. Because everyone always trying to look for, what's gonna help me do this, what workouts to do, what foods to eat. But like, there's so many styles of working out, there's so many fad diets. Honestly, it doesn't really matter what you do. Like if you want to do one versus the other, what really matters is staying consistent,
right?
So that's why we came out with this product to help you stay consistent, because that's the number one key to getting any goals whatsoever.
Yeah,
because you can't get them if you're on and off.
You can't get them if you forget them.
Yeah, there you go. So it's the 90-day planner. First page, your goal track, because you can't start a journey without like envisioning some sort of goal, right? It might be a ridiculously goal that's like out of your range at the moment, or it might be just a small goal, right? But you have to have a goal in order to start. We got a calorie reference chart just so people can have an idea of how much they're supposed to be eating based off of their age or their height, things like that. Obviously, it changes depending on your goals. You could be training to get big or to cut down, so that depends on your calorie intake. Then we have our training log. That's where you're gonna track your actual workouts. Right behind that is our nutrition log, so that you can stay accountable on your daily nutritional choices, because that's a big thing too. And then all the way in the back, we added some unique pages, because a lot of times the people don't know what to do at the gym.
Yeah, we need some pictures.
Yeah, so this, gives some suggestions of workouts for every major muscle group in the body. So we got a page of chest workouts. We got a page of back workouts, arm workouts, leg workouts, and core. Everyone's favorite workout.
Okay.
But yeah, man, Stay the Course Fitness Planner. Check it out. Hope you guys like it. It's going to be available on Amazon.com starting February 1st. So
Sweet.
As we're recording this, tonight at midnight, you can go and purchase one for yourself.
There we go.
Yeah. You can. I also have a social media platform for the brand. It's STC Unlimited.
You're going to have to send me a link to the books.
Definitely.
Sure. Yeah.
Definitely. But yeah, I'm excited. When this came in, I was so pumped because I hadn't seen it,
beautiful.
In person, right? I had just seen the digital mock-up that I uploaded to the publisher, and man, seeing it in person, I don't know what I was gonna feel. I don't know if I was gonna be.
It's paperback, but it's like a really nice paper. I love it.
Yeah, definitely good quality, and I really like how it doesn't have the little spiral edge.
Oh yeah.
I kind of prefer this.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different.
Looks more professional for sure.
Definitely. Yeah, so I'm excited. So hopefully everyone likes it, and that's going to be the beginning for the STC Unlimited fitness brand. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, looks like we're going to wrap it up here. I just want to thank you again for coming through and doing this with me at Bitwise. And I want to thank Alex for letting us come in here and using his badass recording station.
Definitely, man. Yeah, I appreciate you reaching out. It's an honor to be here.
Yeah, we'll do it again sometime, dude.
Definitely.
It's
going
to be fun.
Like I said, man, if you ever need a co-host,
hey,
let me know. I'm definitely
I might.
down.
I feel like I want to now. So
cool. Yeah, let's do it, man.
All right. Thanks everyone for listening or watching, and stay classy, San Diego.